you think that Ireland can accommodate a leader that enters into the ring of combat like this? I can't do it, I'm sat down. Conor McGregor as Taoiseach? Now that is a shocker. Hello there, you awakening wonders. We are part of Rumble's new lineups. We stream these days at these times. Join us live and get Rumble Premium to really help us speak more freely, more frequently. Conor McGregor is part of a new wave of populist emergent national leaders. He's going to stand to be president or Taoiseach of Ireland. Would you vote for him? I would. I certainly wouldn't criticise him. Just in case you ever met him one day and he, with a variety of unbelievable moves, just kicked your head right in. But that's not the only reason to support someone. I believe that politics is a place where popular, ordinary voices should prevail and succeed. And indeed, it's the kind of elitism that becomes completely aligned with progressivism that disgusts me most of all. So let's see what Conor McGregor said on his trip to the White House, and let's contemplate together the likelihood that you're going to see more and more rampant populist leaders emerge. And is that the real threat to globalism? Let me know what you think in the comments and chat. Let's get into it. So firstly, there he is. He's announcing his plan to run. And, oh, what a coincidence. Whenever anyone popular speaks out against the establishment, turns out that people can drum up some legal case against them. Look at this. It turns out that Ireland's Director of Public Prosecutions is considering charging Conor McGregor with incitement to hatred for posts he made on X in 2023. How peculiar. Seems to be some sort of bizarre connection between lawfare and populist voices. Now, I don't know what Conor McGregor's agenda is, but I do know what the globalist, imperialist media establishment machine's agenda is: to crush all popular voices, whether they come from the left or right. They don't care about stuff like that. What they care about is fortifying establishment channels. That's why when someone like Conor McGregor steps forward, be open to it. You might not like him. You might think he's vulgar or something. If you don't like him because of his accent and because he's too robustly masculine or something, that probably means that you yourself are harbouring prejudices that need to be examined and let go of. The irony! Here he is doing some press conference at the White House. Remember that?
I'm here to raise the issues that people of Ireland face, you know.
Oh my God, he's so intense, isn't he, Conor McGregor? Did you see him in that remake of Roadhouse? I can't imagine what the director of Roadhouse said to him. Because that is a very, I'm a person who's quite intense. I'll say that about myself. I'm intense. And I'm intense when I'm on screen as well, like when I'm performing and stuff like that. And having intense energy can be a little bit of a burden sometimes. But if you see Conor McGregor in Roadhouse, cut! Great, Conor. That was great. Could we try it again? A little? Could we bring it down? What do you want me to do? Bring me performance down a fucking time? No, actually, Conor, that was brilliant. Actually, let's do one more. It was a problem with the lighting. We had a slight problem with audio there, Conor. We're going to try one more. Hopefully he'll get tired and it will just come down naturally. He's not getting tired. What is he doing between takes? Look at him just behind that podium. Conor McGregor has got the energy to have violent fights with Nate Diaz or Khabib. Look at that energy behind a podium. That's raw, strong Celt power.
And it'll be music to the people of Ireland's ears, because never on the main stage.
I'm not listening to this. I'm a proper journalist. Isn't there a paedophile I could be covering up for somewhere?
Has the issues the people of Ireland face been spoke? You know, our government has long since abandoned the voices of the people of Ireland. And it's high time that America is made aware of what is going on in Ireland.
Just as an experiment, Conor, could we just do a couple of lines of coke? I just want to see what's going to happen. Whoa! If that's Conor McGregor in the daytime, not on coke, man, you don't want to see that guy a couple of grams in.
What is going on in Ireland is a travesty. Our government is the government of zero action with zero accountability. You know, our money is being spent on overseas issues that has nothing to do with the Irish people. The illegal immigration racket is running ravage on the country.
I'm reminded of Withnow and I, when Richard E. Grant's Withnow is saying, imagine having a fight with Jeff Wode. Look at the size of the fucker. Imagine his balls.
Look at him. Look at Jeff Wode.
If that's Conor McGregor just trying his hardest to talk in a calm way, that is a lot of energy, man. That is a lot of energy. Maybe that's the energy that Irish politics needs. Chuck Norris. He must be pretty old now, mustn't he? That was ages ago with them filmed. Well, check it out. He's in his 80s and he's still kicking butt and he's very, very active. What's even more shocking is he's stronger, can work out longer, and he's got plenty of energy left over for his grandkids. He did this by making just one change. He still says he feels like he's in his 50s. His wife even started doing this one thing too, and she's never felt better. She says she feels 10 years younger. I bet she's at least 10 years younger than Chuck Norris, isn't it? Like, Chuck Norris ain't going to marry an 80-year-old, is he? Going to get himself a nice young woman. They've tried to tiptoe around that. She feels 10 years young. If she keeps feeling too much younger, Chuck Norris is going to end up in jail. Chuck made a special video that explains everything. Make sure you watch it by going to chuckdefense.com/brand. And it's going to change the way you think about your health. Just a reminder, the legendary Chuck Norris is now a whopping 84 years old and yet has more energy than me. No way, he doesn't. I'll fight him. I'll fight Chuck Norris. I'll fight you, Chuck. I'll follow your health protocols. I'll take a Viagra and then I'll fight you naked. And the one of us that can maintain an erection and win the fight is declared the victor. He discovered he could create more dramatic changes to his health by simply focusing on 3 things that sabotage our body as we age. Watch this method by clicking the link in the box below, chuckdefense.com/brand. That's an offer, Chuck! Certainly there was a lot of dissatisfaction when there was all that rioting because migrants killed some people. I don't know, man. I'm not racist and I believe in the brotherhood and fraternity of all humankind. What is amazing about the challenges in Ireland is when there's riots in France or England or whatever, people say, oh yeah, but because of colonialism and imperialism, we owe this debt to the colonized and imperial world because we ransacked their nations, nicked all their resources, right? And you can sort of make that argument. You might not agree with it, but you can make it. Oh yeah, maybe because Britain went over all around Africa and all around India and did all this crazy stuff 50 years ago, we owe them. And so plus for the British, they fought in wars for us, you know, against the Germans and all that stuff. So there are arguments, but Ireland is also a colonised country, colonised by the British. You can't go, you Irish fascists. You can't call the Irish fascists that way. You can't say the Irish, they went around the world singing jaunty ditties and drinking Guinness. You know, that's not the same as like the British in their red coats bayoneting motherfuckers left and right. It's a different story. So you can't attack Ireland in the same way as you do Britain, or even make the sort of arguments that anyone would make about American colonialism and their interventions in countries like Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever. You can't make those arguments against Ireland. So people have to make different arguments like, I think back in 2020, Conor McGregor called someone a fuck bucket on X. Put him in jail.
There are rural towns in Ireland that have been overrun in one swoop, that have become a minority in one swoop. So issues need to be addressed, and the 40 million Irish Americans, as I said, need to hear this, because if not, there will be no place to come home and visit.
It's not the first time that an Irish political figure has attempted to use the relationship between the homeland of Ireland there and the United States of America. Indeed, perhaps you recall Joe Biden's recent speeches over in Ireland and his attempt to leverage his own heritage to make him seem sort of more common and approachable. And it's okay to seem common and approachable as long as you belong to the establishment, but don't actually be common and approachable, otherwise you're a racist or you're a rapist.
Every available metric available to us has shown that the government of Ireland currently has failed the people of Ireland.
He got calmed down a bit, I think. I think I'd vote for him, but calm down a bit, innit? Don't just post something that says Conor McGregor, calm down a bit. I don't want to have to fight Conor McGregor ever. If I meet Conor McGregor and he goes, "Oi, what was that fucking?" That's your fault, Luke. It's on you. Luke does our social media.
In 10 years,
don't take this out of context, is what I'm saying.
Dublin city centre has gone from one of the most safest cities in Europe.
I might have the entire British establishment trying to destroy me, the BBC, Channel 4, the Times, Metropolitan Police, Crown Prosecution Service, various organisations like CRISP, Logically AI. I'd rather fight them than Conor McGregor.
To one of the most dangerous. So shame on him for saying that. Speaking down on an Irishman. I won't speak about him personally. Throw a jab, I could throw many jabs at them, I could throw jabs handily at them. However, I speak on the metrics, and the metrics show they've failed the people of Ireland. They do not represent the people of Ireland.
Conor,
and I'm
what
here.
Do you say to people who feel it's inappropriate for you to be here, given...
God bless Ireland, God bless America.
If that guy gets good advice, they're in trouble, man, in Ireland, because people are going to love him, I figure. But that's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments and the chat? It's very difficult for the globalist imperialist establishment to keep getting people to vote against their own interests. You can't keep getting the turkeys to vote for Christmas when crazy, crazy turkeys keep rising up from among them and speaking directly to their birds of a feather in a language that's kind of clever. But that's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments and the chat? Remember, get Rumble Premium, then you get more access to more content, not just from me, but from content creators like Tim Pool and Crowder, whole bunch of people. Dan Who, get over to Rumble and join us. In the meantime, if you can, stay free. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.